He leaned in close, smirking, and whispered words so vile they made my stomach turn. Everyone thought he was untouchable, the kind of guy who could get away with anything. But that day, I decided I wasn't going to fight him. I was going to let his own mother destroy him. I grew up in one of those small towns where everyone knew everyone's business. The kind of place where your classmates in kindergarten were the same faces you graduate with. That might sound cozy, but it also meant if someone decided to make your life miserable, there was no escaping them. And for me, that someone was a guy I'll call Derek. Derek wasn't a genius by any stretch. His insults were lazy, repetitive, almost boring, but he had this smug way of delivering them, always looking for a laugh at my expense. Sometimes, I clapped back with something sharp, and he'd stumble over his words red-faced, while the crowd laughed at him instead. Those moments felt good, but they never lasted. Derek always came back for more. That'd be why 11th grade. I thought I'd grown used to him. His nonsense barely registered anymore. But then one afternoon, he crossed a line so deep it still chills me to remember it. We were standing in the hallway after class, surrounded by students. Derek cracked another weak insult at me. This time, though, I fired back faster than usual. My words landed hard, and the hallway erupted in laughter. I could see the flush creeping up Derek's neck. His fist clenched, his jaw tightened. He leaned in so close I could feel his breath on my ear, and he whispered, "Someone ought to our asterisk you. Asterisk." Then he straightened up, smirked like he'd won, and strutted away. I froze. My chest tightened. The laughter around us faded into white noise. My brain couldn't even process what I'd just heard. It wasn't teasing anymore. It wasn't just bullying. It was a threat, violent, disgusting, unforgivable. I spent the rest of the day replaying it over and over. Anger boiled inside me, but under was something else. Determination. Derek thought he could humiliate me. But this time, I wasn't going to play his game on my walk home. I asked myself, what's the one thing Derek actually cares about? And then it hit me, his mom. Everyone in town knew Derek's mom. She was one of those women with high expectations, strict rules, and absolutely no tolerance for disrespect. Derek had just gotten his driver's license, and he bragged constantly about his newfound freedom. It was obvious. If anyone could cut him down to size, it was her. So, instead of going home, I went straight to Derek's house. When his mom opened the door, I could see the surprise on her face. I'd never visited before, and she probably wondered why I looked so serious. I took a deep breath and told her everything. Not just about the horrific thing Derek had whispered, but about the months of constant jabs, the harassment, the way he singled me out. At first, she just stared at me. Then I saw it, the shift. Her eyes hardened, her mouth tightened. She wasn't shocked just because Derek had said something awful. She was furious that her son had become the kind of boy who would even think it. She invited me inside, sat me down in the living room, and asked me to repeat the story slowly, word for word. And I did. That's when I heard the front door open. Derek had just come home. His mom called his name. He walked into the living room, still carrying his backpack, and froze when he saw me sitting there. For a second, confusion flickered across his face. Then realization hit, and the color drained from his cheeks. Derek. His mom said, voice like steel, "Did you say what this young man just told me you said?" He stammered, tried to laugh it off, denied everything. But his mom didn't buy a second of it. "Don't you dare lie to me," she snapped. Her tone was calm, but deadly serious, the kind of voice that could slice you in half. For the next 10 minutes, I sat in stunned silence as she unleashed a verbal storm unlike anything I'd ever witnessed. She didn't yell. She didn't curse. She dissected him, point by point. She laid out every way he had humiliated himself, disgraced their family, and crossed a line no decent person should ever cross. Her disappointment cut deeper than anger ever could. You could see it in Derek's face. He wasn't just embarrassed. He was shattered. Then came the punishment. "Hand me your license," she said. His eyes widened. "But, Mom." "Now." He pulled his wallet out with shaking hands, sliding the little car across the coffee table. "You're grounded. No car, no hanging out, no freedom. And you'll be writing an essay about why your behavior is unacceptable. And don't think one draft will cut it. I'll make you rewrite it until it's perfect. You'll earn back your privileges when I decide you've truly learned your lesson." Derek's shoulders slumped. He nodded, eyes glued to the floor. His mom turned to me then, her expression softening. "I'll drive you home," she said. That was the last time Derek ever bothered me. In fact, he barely looked in my direction for the rest of high school. He lost his license for nearly 6 months, and rumor had his mom made him rewrite that essay multiple times. I would have loved to read it, to see him, pen in hand, struggling to explain why his actions were wrong. But honestly, just knowing it happened was enough. Because in the end, I didn't need to shout back at Derek or sink to his level. I didn't need to fight him. I just let his own mother show him what real consequences look like. And it was the sweetest revenge I've ever had. Imagine it. You're a bully, the guy who made your life miserable, standing red-faced and humiliated while his own mom tears him apart. No crowd to cheer him on. No way to escape. Just pure accountability. That was the moment Derek realized he wasn't untouchable anymore. That day taught me something powerful. Revenge doesn't always have to be loud or violent. Sometimes the best justice comes from letting people face the disappointment of those they fear losing most. Derek wanted to humiliate me, but in the end, he humiliated himself. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button and tell us in the comments, what's the most satisfying revenge you've ever witnessed? And of course, subscribe for more stories where karma comes knocking harder than anyone expected.